Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about our pine spruce mix over our birch mix. We've been having a lot of customers asking whether they should spend the extra money this winter and buy some birch, or should they just stick with the pine and spruce. They kind of get mixed reviews, whether it's good for their chimney with cleaning out the soot, the heat it produces. But we're going to get a little bit onto that. Also today we kind of had a bit of a slacker day. We got a rental vehicle. Our truck is in the shop right now and it's had a few issues, so it's going to be in there till probably tomorrow. We did take it in yesterday there. When we did take it in, we were trying to get our rental vehicle, but they're saying because of the COVID that they're not doing rental vehicles, so we had to kind of bitch and complain with them for pretty much half the day just to get a vehicle so we can get back home, because the one shop that we did take it into is in Red Deer there, and we live out of Bolden, which is about a 45-minute drive, so they wouldn't give us a ride back, and we had to talk to many of their managers that work there until they actually finally gave us a car. Crazy thing is, we paid for a $5,000 warranty, an extra warranty to go up to 200,000 kilometers, and it includes the rental vehicle when your vehicle's in the shop. Every time they've been really good with it. They usually give me a pickup truck so I can keep on working. This time they gave me a car, and like I said, it took me half a day, so we took it for a bit of a spin, had some fun with it. We took it out to the mountains, and well, we had some fun with it, so we'll probably take you guys along with that. But before we get to that, we're going to be talking a little bit about our wood here. So I'm going to get you guys set up here. Okay, so we're all set up here. So we got our pine spruce mix on the one side, we got our birch on the other side. You guys probably know the difference between the two. Well, just the color and stuff is a big given. But a lot of my customers ask me whether they should be buying birch for the winter time or pine and spruce. And it's kind of a 50-50. I kind of say for the price you're going to be spending, you can get 2 cords worth of pine and spruce for the price of 1 cord of birch. The downside is the birch is going to burn a little bit hotter than the pine and spruce. You're going to get less sparks from that. So if you do have a fireplace inside it instead of a wood stove, I'd probably recommend that. Unless you got a screen on it, then you can do the pine and spruce there, because it does spark a little bit. For smoke wise, I'd say they smoke roughly about the same. When they're cured, they don't smoke that much, especially if your flute's all in working order there. Also the cleanup. The birch here, for the ash, it's going to burn pretty much right down, and you're going to have minimum cleanup for ashes. The pine and spruce, you're going to have a bit of ash to clean up on once it all burns up. So that is kind of one downfall of the pine and spruce compared to the birch. But for what I always say, a lot of people compare it for heat, is that the birch is going to be way better for winter time compared to the pine and spruce. We mostly burn pine and spruce, and we can get our house up to at least 30 degrees Celsius in the winter time, and that's really cold. We don't have a newer styled house with all the insulation and the good glass. Our house is kind of a little bit worn down, but we can get our house up to plus 30 in the winter time without using our propane at all with the pine and spruce. It's exact same with the birch. Only benefit with the birch is it does last a little bit longer than the pine and spruce. It all depends on how you're setting your flue in your stove though. And a lot of people ask about their chimneys, whether the birch or the pine and spruce are better for their chimneys. We burn, like I said, the pine and spruce, and we only clean our chimney once a year, and it doesn't get that bad. Not like what people say how it gets. As well as the birch, we've never really burnt a full year, so I'm not 100% too sure how it is. But I'd recommend, if you do have a fireplace, you should be getting your chimney done at least yearly. So if you are going to be burning the pine and spruce, and we burn through it like full time, We also use propane, but the propane is for when we have to leave. And even when we leave, we build up our fire pretty good and we leave it going. So I'd recommend the pine and spruce if you're looking to save some money. But if you want the less cleanup, less stock in the stove, I'd buy the pine or the birch. But that's my little spiel about the wood there. A lot of my clients have been asking me, like the past few days, now that we're getting into winter time, they're wondering if they should be buying more of the pine and spruce compared to the birch. And I kind of tell them, how much do you really want to spend? Because you're going to be cleaning out your chimney anyways every year. And it depends on how much you want to be stocking your stove. But in all reality, compared to the pine and spruce over to the birch, you're going to be stocking your stove still quite frequently. It all depends. A lot of it is how you fill your stove up there and how you set your flue. You can have your pine and spruce burn pretty much just as long as the birch. So it's kind of a 50-50 what do you want to do there. We're going to get to the rest of our video here. If you guys maybe want to put in the comment section what you guys prefer burning. The softwoods over the hardwoods and compare the pricing. What do you guys prefer to pay? Would you guys prefer to pay a little more or a little less for more wood? But we're going to meet you guys up on the mountain here. We got our demo just down there. We decided to take it up the mountain here. But we found just some raspberry bushes here with some raspberries on them, of course, right on the mountain. So we're gonna pick a few berries here and we'll talk to you guys in a second. Hey guys, so here's one of the plants. There's quite a few of them just along the side of the mountain here as you go up, as you guys can see here. But you come down here and just all the smallest little berries here, they're just tiny, but they're so sweet. A lot of juice in them. Nothing compared to what you get at a store. They're way better out here when they're growing out here. There's smaller ones like that too. But we're slowly filling up. There we go. Hope you guys can see me there. We'll see how much we can get off just this one plant. Dropping a few already. And that's what we got there. It's not much, but for just a couple little branches, it's a decent amount off them. We're just going to work our way up here still and keep collecting the berries. Alright guys, so we got our berries here. That's how much we collected in there. Got a decent amount, a couple handfuls at least. It's roughly about that full in there. But here's our demo car we got for the day. Or possibly two. It's a 2020 Ford Edge. Pretty spacious back here. So we're gonna probably make our way back down our trail here. We're gonna get turned around, make our way back, and just do a little more exploring today. Hopefully the truck gets back out of the shop soon here. And we just got a helicopter going up over us there.